Prince Andrew has previously been accused of hiding away at Balmoral and refusing to face the music over his U.S. court case. Now, I hear he faces a struggle to get home. The beleaguered Duke of York wants to return this week to Royal Lodge, Windsor, but can't fill up his gas-guzzling vehicles for the 500-mile return journey from the Queen's Scottish retreat. Balmoral's local petrol station, in Ballater, Aberdeenshire, announced yesterday that it had run out of fuel. When it reopens, petrol is likely to be rationed, meaning he could not buy enough for his long journey. "It's a nightmare," declares my man in a kilt. "His Royal Highness could be stuck here until the crisis is over." The situation is particularly awkward because the Queen is expected to leave the castle this weekend and tourists could then arrive to stay on the estate. He became known as the Duke of Talk, after I disclosed last month that he had taken not one, not two, but 3 SUV vehicles to Scotland. The 3 Chelsea tractors travelled in convoy for the 1,020-mile round trip. "It doesn't seem very eco-friendly," a friend admitted at the time. It's not clear why he needed 3 cars. It's understood that Andrew still receives taxpayer-funded police protection even though he stepped back from public engagements in November 2019 because of the furore over his friendship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. However, this was a private visit and all 3 cars belonged to Andrew. One of the vehicles was a new petrol Land Rover Defender, which costs more than £53,000. The other 2 were his Land Rover Discovery and his £115,000 Range Rover petrol electric hybrid. Andrew travelled in the same car as his ex-wife, Sarah, Duchess of York. As revealed in this column, Fergie arrived last Thursday for her 3rd stay at Balmoral. In our hour of need, could we turn to Mr. Bean? It's a little-known fact that Rowan Atkinson holds a Category C+E, formerly Class 1, lorry driving license, which, of course, means he could help in the national effort to get petrol to stations. Tim Walker, who interviewed the comedian for his new book Star Turns, says, he admitted he was fascinated with lorries and driving them excited him a lot more than performing. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex's visit to the United Nations in New York was a tense affair at the weekend, as the 2 were accused of launching themselves as a rival royal family. And clearly Meghan felt she needed some extra help. I can reveal she wore a necklace designed to ward off bad vibes at her meeting with U.S. bigwig Amina Mohammed. The piece, from Jula Alamdara, founded by former Tatler journalist Mariella Tandy, is a £450 Hamsa hand, famed for countering negativity. An evil eye also features, said to protect against malicious spirits. It's got an evil eye on the chain and the hand of Hamsa, so you get double protection, Tandy tells me. We get a lot of them gifted when someone is pregnant, and sometimes they buy an evil eye for the baby as well. COVID spelled doom for Anton Du Becker's luxuriously colored locks, and the Strictly judge reveals the BBC makeup team made sure there was no going back. In lockdown I couldn't dye it, says Du Becker, 55, who's married to Hannah Summers, 45. My wife kept telling me to leave it, because I looked so much better. He tells Saga, when I went back to Strictly, the hair girls refused to dye it. They put me in the chair, made me look at myself, and told me how aging my old hair was. Her racy mother, the Countess of Lindsay, created a business selling fur-lined thongs and once stripped off for a charity calendar, but Lady Charlotte Lindsay Bethune took the traditional approach at her wedding in Italy this weekend. Lady Charlotte, 28, whose grandfather was a gentleman usher to the Queen, exchanged vows at the Cathedral of Monreale in Palermo, Sicily, with Spanish aristocrat Jaime de Bourbon dos Sicilias Landulus, 29. Restaurateur Rick Stein claims there's something fishy about how society looks down on chefs. Catering has always been regarded as something you do if you're not good at anything else, he says. One of my general managers, Sam Harrison, who's got a fab restaurant in Hammersmith called Sam's Riverside, was at Eton. The careers master said, "What are you going to do when you leave?" He said, "Well, I rather fancy catering." The careers master said, "Sam, no one from Eton has ever gone into catering, and you just think, off. When property heir Justin Portman told friends he was going to call his next child Star, they thought he might be having him on. But he's proved a man of his word after his wife, U.S. actress Morgan Snyder, 38, gave birth to their daughter at the weekend. "We're in love with our little angel," Morgan says of star Charlotte Berkeley Portman. Justin, 52, the son of Viscount Portman, has 3 children with his first wife, the supermodel Natalia Supernova Vodianova.